Kuttah spoken truth. We back at it again. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. In this video, we're going to be doing a reaction to Andrew Tate reveal stories never told. The reason why I want to do a reaction to this video, he talk about losers. And I tell you time and time again, a lot of you individuals are losers because of you. So I'm going to play this video and we're going to break down his concepts.
It's over for you. You're never going to make it. You've lost the game on level 1. You lost. It's kind of interesting that I had a thought experiment with somebody and I said, you can only get loans for school because if you could get loans for anything you wanted, nobody would choose school. Because they can't exist in a free and fair market. They have to keep a monopoly over the ability to enslave children with debt. Otherwise, no one will choose them because there's no value in it. And everyone knows there's no value in it. But how matrix-minded do you have to be to actually still be happy about the idea you got accepted to a college?
I want y'all to think about that. Going to school is not really beneficial. I know a lot of y'all don't like that. I know a lot of y'all don't agree with it. But I want you to hear what he's saying. Really pay close attention to what he's saying. The Matrix is telling us that we have to go into debt in order to get, and I quote, a good job, a good career. This is how messed up we are. As he pointed out, you can get loans to go in debt to get supposedly an education that's going to help you get a job. But you have to fight to get a loan to start a business, to be an entrepreneur. You have to fight to get a loan to open up a food truck, to open up a restaurant. Whatever the case may be, it take fight. It take endurance. It take jumping through all type of holes, loopholes, just to get a loan to start a business for yourself. But they would readily hand you loans for you to go to a college to get an education. And after you got that degree, you come out further in debt than ever before. And most of the time, in most cases, if you look at statistics, most cases, to get a job that's not even level with the debt that you got yourself in. That's bad. Let's play some more of this.
I nearly laughed. I said, these people have no idea how all this stuff works. They don't have a clue. Rich get richer. I'm sure you understand. Poor get poorer. Inflation, inflation, inflation. That sounds like higher house prices to me. Good thing I own
the rich.
Good thing I own a bunch.
Yeah.
Sounds like higher share prices. Good thing I own a bunch of that. Oh, you can't buy groceries. I'm sure that's very hard. We don't have to worry about those things. We own all the assets. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and there's no way to stop it. And I also feel like, because I think societies, we need God.
To point out to you what he's talking about, understand, there's no such thing as middle class no more. Get that out of your mind. There's no such thing as that. You either rich or you poor. There's no in between. And when we stop trying to convince ourselves we are part of the middle class, that's when we'll be able to do something monumental to get ourselves in a position of being rich. If you're not rich, hear me and hear me loud and clear. If you're not rich, you are poor. There's only two classes. It was the same way back in ancient times, in the times of the scriptures. It's the same way today. You're either rich or you poor. Two classes. The people that you think are part of the middle class, they have debt up their ass. So you're either rich or you poor. And the scripture teaches the borrower is a servant to the lender. And many people caught up in the matrix are borrowers. Borrowers. Let's get some more of this.
Talked about how messed up society is. I also feel like we're living in the last years where there's a hole in the matrix where there's any degree of social mobility, I think we're going to end up back at feudalism. There's going to be kings. See you at the top, my friend. How many Ferraris?
No.
Diamond watch, arguing about our diamond watches. There'll be us, and there'll be everyone else. Right now, there's still a degree of social mobility where if you're intelligent and you're perspicacious and you're indefatigable and you work hard and you manage to find a gap and you really dedicate yourself and you try your best, you can make enough money to get out. In 20 years, the rich are going to be rich and the poor are going to be poor, and it's done. It is done. Because the average price of a house is going to just continue to skyrocket. The wages are not going to follow it. You're never going to own any assets. The assets are going to be owned by all the rich people. You're going to be paying us rent. It's over. And there's another thing I find interesting.
And let me say this. There used to be a time where real estate was the go-to in order to become rich. But if you're not making a significant amount of money, real estate is not the means to become rich in this season, in this moment, in this juncture of history. Like you said, inflation continued to go up. Back in the day, you was able to buy a house at $70,000, $80,000. And as time went on, that house jumped up to $400,000, $500,000. And you was able to capitalize off of that. But that's not the case today. If you're not making a significant amount of money, it's hard for people to become rich off of real estate because the housing market is terrible right now. It's terrible. The average house in the good suburban neighborhood, you're looking at $400,000 plus, depending on where you stand. And many people don't want to buy. And I hate to say this, many people don't want to buy a house, especially if they're a working man or working woman. They don't want to buy a house in the hood because crime rate, the society, the environment, the community, all that come into play, especially when you have children. So going the route of real estate is going to be very hard unless you're making a significant amount of money. And this is the way this matrix has set it up now. Yes, there used to be time. If you was working hard, go to a factory, build yourself up, build your finances up, buy your house, pay it off, $70,000, buy you another house, pay it off, and reduplicate till you build up that you have a lot of doors. And when I say a lot of doors, I'm talking about as far as your real estate portfolio. But that's not the case today. That's not the case. Your best bet would be, hear me? Your best bet would buy a small apartment, live in one apartment, and let other people that you rent out to pay for that place, right? And go forth from there. Get you about a 4, 5, 6 bedroom apartment, something like that, or get you a duplex or whatever the case may be. That's the easy way you can get your foot into the real estate market. But today, buy a house, no. Unless you're making a significant amount of money just like him and these billionaires, no, real estate is not really the means or avenues to becoming rich. That's why Kuttah Spoke of Truth tell you time and time again, find what you have a passion for in life. Find what your purpose is. Find something that you love doing, because when you love doing it, you don't mind giving all your effort, your energy, your time to it to build it up, okay? But yes, man, a lot of you are losers because you gave into the mindset that the matrix wanted you to give into. The matrix wanted to enslave you, wanted you to think going to school is the number one avenue to becoming rich. No, school is the number one way of you getting in debt. And the dividends, the rewards from going to school never really paid off. Never paid off. All right, let's get some more of this. He's cooking.
Because people come to me often, the question I get asked most is, Andrew, I lack motivation. You have 10 years left to save your bloodline from eternal slavery, and you lack motivation? You are born to lose, sir. You are a loser. All of your ancestors who fought saber-toothed tigers should have just laid down and died because they fought their best for you to be born so you can jack off the Pornhub during the last few years where you stand a chance to save your last name from eternal serfdom. You are a dickhead, and you deserve to be poor.
Man, did y'all hear what he said? At max, if you're going to become rich in this society, in the Western Hemisphere, at max, there's 10 years left. Society is not getting no better. Prices is not getting no better. Income is not getting no better. You see how these prices steady rising, yet your income is not rising with it? So it's not getting no better. You are in trouble. You got 10 years, as he says, the society still mobile for you to make something of yourself to become. You got 10 years to get this thing right for your legacy, for your descendants. And what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to be lazy? Are you going to continue to be slothful? Huh? Are you going to continue to be a loser? Or are you going to get up off your ass and do something different? Are you going to get up off your ass and make something of yourself? Are you going to get up off your ass and come out of the matrix and realize the matrix was put in place to keep you enslaved? So what are you going to do about it? Time is ticking. Time is winding down. It's getting late in the evening. The streets lights getting ready to come on. You better come home and figure this thing out before it's too late. Your children is depending on you. Their children is dependent on you. Their children dependent on you. And yet you have not got off your ass, put down the PlayStation, put down the baby oil, like you said, the lotion and whatnot. You're too busy watching Pornhub, XNSS, all whatever them sites is. You're too busy watching all of that while life pass you by, while you become more and more impoverished. While you become more and more dependent on the system, dependent on the matrix, dependent on everything else but yourself. These 10 years that's coming is very important for you to change the paradigm of your life. Or is you going to sit there down in the space of nothingness, defeated, a loser, or you going to get up and do something? Are you going to get up and learn how to become rich? Is you going to say no to gratification? Is you going to delay your gratification? Is you going to say no to want to party, want to be outside, want to live it up, want to live a little bit, want to turn up? Are you going to say no to that and build something substantial, not only for yourself, but for your legacy that's coming after you? 10 years you have to get there. And if you don't get there, I'm sorry to say, you're going to remain at the bottom of the totem pole. You're going to remain impoverished situation, and you're going to stay defeated. Let's get some more of this.
The last thing you should lack in the mess of the world today is motivation, because you are running out of time.
And I know I keep pausing, but I got to talk about it. What he said, the last thing you should lack right now in this year, in this juncture of time, is motivation. That's the last thing you should lack. When you see everything that's going on around you, you should be all the more motivated. When you wake up in the morning and look your children in the eye, you should be motivated. You should always be motivated to be the best version of yourself, to become rich, to leave your impact on this world, to leave your legacy in a good position. You should always be motivated to reach the epitome of where you are able to reach so that you can have influence on others. You should always be motivated. But this is a problem with a lot of you people, especially men. You're not motivated. You lack motivation. You lack it. You're slothful. And the scripture says a person that's slothful is a great waster. You're wasting time. You're wasting breath. You wasting space.
And I'm telling you, as a rich man who made it out, I can see the gap is closing. I can see it. So you should certainly see it. I'm above in the clouds, looking down on the hole closing in. You're down below, looking up, watching it close, and you lack motivation to build a ladder. Oh, well, maybe tomorrow. Doom, de doom. Maybe government will save me. Maybe if I vote for the liberals, they'll give me money. Slave minds, clowns, fools.
Anybody that know Kuttah Spoken Truth has been around Kuttah Spoken Truth, have been listening to Kuttah Spoken Truth. He always tell you voting is not going to solve your problems. This is the problem with a lot of you individuals. You're looking for somebody else to do for you what you can do for yourself. You're looking for somebody else to move for you when you should be moving yourself. You're looking for somebody else to make you prosperous when you should be doing it yourself. You can't vote yourself out of poverty. You can't vote yourself out of problems. You can't vote yourself out of your present circumstances. No, you have to get up and do something. You got to get off your ass. Your life depends on it. Your family depends on it. Your legacy depends on it. Talk about voting. I'm so sick and tired of people talking about vote for this person, vote for this. These people don't care about you. These people are handpicked. They are puppets put in place to keep you further enslaved to this matrix, to this system. There's no president that ever been known to America that has made you become the man, has made you become the woman, has made you become prosperous, has made you to become rich. None of them. And for you to be sitting up here thinking that your vote matter, no, your vote don't matter. What really matter, hear me out, because Kuttah Spoken Truth is an advocate for the scripture. What really matter is obedience to the Most High and Him alone. Let's get some more of this.
The last thing you should lack in the world today is motivation, because truly people are running out of time. And I find that extremely interesting, that not only when you go to college do you end up in a bunch of debt, not only do you end up owing a bunch of money, even worse, you waste time. You waste years for a dream. And the Matrix is very good at this. It dangles a carrot all the time.
ChatGPT, what's a future-proof business in 2025?
A future-proof business.
Get good GCSEs.
But let me pause right here. You are running out of time. Hear me. You running out of time. And he's right. We spend years. I did it. Because I goofed off my first year in college. I ended up spending 7 years in college to get to where I'm at now as far as a master's degree, an MBA with a concentration in finance. Okay? I spent years. And looking back, where I'm at now in my life, I could have did it without going to college. I could have. I think I'll say that again. Looking back at my life and seeing where I'm at and seeing what I have accomplished, seeing what I have put out into this world, seeing what I have did for my legacy, I could have done it without going to college. I wasted time. I can't speak for y'all, but I wasted time in college. Wasted years that I could have been given to my purpose. I have 2 books out. As a matter of fact, Andrew Tate got my first book, All Praises to the Most High. My first book, Alpha Diaries, The Keys to Being a Self-Sufficient Man and a Leader Within a Relationship. You'll find it on Amazon and you'll find it on my website, Alpha K Brand. But anyway, I could have been had them books out. My second book, Why She Left You, I could have been had no books out. I got a third one coming. I could have been had it. I got a clothing line. I got a website. I got all these things going for myself. I could have been doing it if I didn't waste time in college, but nobody taught me this. And so when people come along like him and Kuttah Spoken Truth trying to wake you up out of the matrix, try to get you motivated and activated in a way that you could become the man, the woman that you was ordained by the Most High to be. For what reason, you owe it to him. You owe, if you alive, you still got breath in your body, you still got the attitude, you owe it to the Most High to become that man, to become that woman that you were destined to be. But you have to stop wasting time. And as he pointed out, Andrew Tate, time is running out.
Get good in college. Get a good degree. Then you'll be rich. Pay off your mortgage, you'll be rich. Just pay off your student loan. Don't worry, just keep working. The carrot's coming. You'll get it one day. When I was 16, when I saw the Ferrari, I knew this was a lie. I was like, there's no way that man. Next time you see a rich guy, go up to him and say, how'd you get rich? I've never heard anyone say university. Ever! I've never heard anyone say it's a lie. It's a scam. When I was
He right. It's a lie. It's a scam. There's nobody that's going to tell you I'm rich because I got an education. I'm rich because I went to the universities of the university. No, not one. Now, don't misunderstand me. I want y'all to hear me loud and clear. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you can't learn something at the university. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, along with Andrew Tate, is the matrix wants you to get caught up in the universities and neglect what you should be doing and what you know in your spirit you should be doing. It wants you to get caught up in a rat race where you're running on a hamster wheel but yet not going nowhere. This is what the matrix wants you to get caught up in. Divulging all of your energy and effort into something else outside of yourself and outside of the destiny that you was given by the Most High. Outside of walking in mission, on a mission, being on a mission as a man, as a woman. This is what the matrix wants you to do. And once you get caught up in the matrix, go to school, get an education, get all that debt, then you get you a little career. You may be making 90,000, 6 figures, or maybe even 150,000. And yet you get caught up in that because this matrix try to convince you that that's good money. And you try to save your little pennies, try to save your little dollars. You tell yourself, put it in 401k. That's good. You supposed to. Don't misunderstand me. You supposed to. But they're not going to make you rich. You're still going to have debt. You're still going to have bills. That's when you get caught up in the rat race. Now I got to set a little money aside so I can go on a vacation, set some money over there so I can make sure I have a safety net just in case. That's the rat race. When we are telling you, find what your purpose is, find what you are good at, find what you have a passion for, that's the way to become rich. Yes, get up and go to work. Yes, get up and be on the grind. Yes. You have to take care of yourself. If you got a woman, you got to take care of your woman. If you got kids, you got to take care of your kids. You got to take care of your family. But all at the same time, this is where you're going to have to make a sacrifice. After you leave that 8 hours, and some of you like the little overtime, after you leave that 10-hour, 12-hour day, you don't have time to be talking about, I want to turn up, I want to get drunk, I want to go outside, I want to be with my homegirls. You don't have time to want to go clubbing and party. No, that time needs to be dedicated to putting work and effort into your purpose, so that you can build your purpose up, so you can build up your passion to the point where you are then able to come off of the job and optimize and maximize your purpose to its fullest potential. If you don't do this, no matter how much money you make on these jobs, you are still a loser because you're caught up in the matrix. You're still enslaved. And majority of the people over here in the Western Hemisphere in this matrix are losers, and the elite know it. They want to keep you that way. The matrix know it, want to keep you that way because they profit off of you being a loser and enslaved to the system.
16, I saw the guy in the Ferrari. I was like, I'm going to college and he isn't. And he ain't going to work. He knows something I don't know. I knew at 16 everything they tell me was a lie. But there's still people who think they have 5 years to waste in college. 5 years. I'm 37. Let's conservatively estimate I make, for myself, $250,000.
All right, let me pause this. I want to go to
5 years ago, I was probably making 20 grand a day.
let me see. Because I want to point something out to you.
Point of it all. What do you mean you need motivation? You don't need motivation. You have a duty to not be a loser anymore because the hole in the sky is closing. $49 will give you a ladder. Well, you know, we'll play video games. Born to lose. Born to lose. And then they'll end up voting for some ridiculous party which promises them there won't be a loser anymore. And that party will hate people like me. And they'll try and put me in jail. That's what's going to happen. That's the world we currently live in. The losers party. Losers love company.
That's it, right?
They do. They vote for it.
And I'm going to end after this. Losers love company. Look around at the people you affiliate with. Look around at the people that you'll say is your brother, your homeboy, your road dog. Look around at the people that you say is your sister, your homegirl. I want you to look around at these people. And if you have to be true with yourself, you will have to acknowledge that they are all losers. I know it's rough. I know it's tough, but they're all losers caught up in the matrix. And guess what? They want to keep you a loser with them. That's why they ring your phone. Ring, ring, ring. Come on, let's go hang out. Let's go do this. Why? Losers want company. They want company. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to change. They don't want to undergo the process. They don't want to be tried in fire like gold to get rid of the impurities in their life. They don't want to go through it. It's too hard. It demands too much work. It demands too much energy. It demands too much time. It demands sleepless nights. They don't want to do it. So because they don't want to do it and to shun frustration to get their mind off of it, they want to be entertained. They want to have fun, and they want you to be there with them. Losers love company. Stop giving these people that's not going nowhere, that don't want to do nothing monumental in their life, don't want to do nothing extravagant with their life, with their talent, their purpose, or anything for that matter. Stop spending so much time with these people. I know you love them. I know you like them. I get it. I do. But you have to come to the reality, the realization that they were born to lose. And if you keep hanging with them, you keep wanting to be entertained with them, your life is going to end up in a losing disposition. The hold is closing. Like you pointed out, the hold is closing. Time is running out. What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? The time is now for you to get up, get activated. Get up, do something to try to make better for your life. The time is now. It's winding down. The hole is closing. Kuttah spoke the truth. Andrew Tate is trying to give you the ladder to go through the hole before it's too late. You can't see how society is going. It's getting worse and worse. Steady going down in degradation, destruction, and ruin. The society is collapsing. The dollar bill is collapsing. What is you going to do? Or you just going to sit there, continue to play games and jerk off all day? What is you going to do? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. Share the video. Let's get this truth out. All right. Peace.